Now it works. So welcome everyone to the stream. I did a test run. I'm not sure. We'll probably get regular times for this, but I did a test run of like co-streaming with other friends, and it was in like my before noon. How is before noon called in English? Forenoon? Forenoon maybe. Not sure if that's a word. And yeah, we did all draw at the same time this, and it took a bit long, and this was totally difficult. But look, I think it kind of worked. Something about this part here is still weird. Maybe I just need to add more beef to it. And also, I tried like thin line art like this. And I think like I should make the outlines bigger now. Something like that, so like I can like redraw the outlines. And I've been also in real life drawing with this kind of like pen that I fell in love with. It's called Fudenosuke pen. Fudenosuke hard tip pen. It's like a pen. It's like a brush pen, but like more. It feels more like a liner almost. Not really like a liner, but like it has some kind of pressure sensitivity, which the normal liner doesn't have, right? And I don't really use pressure sensitivity, but I like how it makes me make like confident lines or something. The dear ticket is welcome. And Rurin Wolferson, welcome. But yeah, look at those hands. I think I'm happy with the hands. Of course, they're really close to the reference, so I can also with time make it less close to the reference. The thing is, like, this here was so difficult. It's kind of better now, but still a bit weird. And like this part here, just there's so much scribbling going on. Too much scribbling going on. I can just delete this all and try it again. The thing is, like, this is the hand. So this part here should be not the hand, but the other thing. Right. I made like a second pen that's thicker, but I'm not quite sure how I can translate like the same feeling of this like Fudenosuke pen into my real life drawing, into my digital drawings, right? I've done it before, I'm not sure. This needs to be bigger. This is the, what's it called? Calf muscle. Oh, and Serendip subscribed. Thank you so much. He said, sorry for missing earlier stream. No, I did not like communicate it well. I'm so sorry. Because I didn't get the notification, which they're very annoying with that. Maybe it was my problem, because it was the first time that I collab streamed with someone, so I also did not talk that much. But it was really nice. And I'm not sure how it works, like if it gives like different, or like maybe this doesn't give a notification. Not sure about that. The thing what I want to try here is, I think it's good But one thing is, I don't like the colors. They remind me too much about how is the wolf. That's not Legosi called Wolf Girl in Beastars. The coloring reminds me too much of her. Maybe we can make it 3-colored, right? Yeah, I think that's cool. Maybe make it 3-colored. So like here. And then look at those. Which mobile isn't famous for being bad at consistently sending a notification? Dang, I see. I think let's be inspired by this, even though it doesn't really look like it. Whoops. But let's be inspired by this one here, right? But not as dark. So let's get some of this like orangey thingy here. Be something like that. Oh, whoops, we need to see it. And then where are they? It's like here. Look, is there? Oh, I see, it's too bright with the brightness here. Something like this. Or maybe like this. Is better. Oh. And here. So where's the... They made like the big eyebrows here, right? They be orange? Or is it weird if they are orange? This? Yeah. Do I like that? Not sure. We can keep it for now. Or maybe just really there. Where else do we have it? It's here, which is the... This would be the front shoulder, maybe. You can also like put it here, maybe. Where else? But maybe like even more like this, alright. Maybe something like this. Good morning, Rosengren, and Wolferson says, that is a very lovely person. Thanks, and I love your name. Like it's so long that it automatically makes people howl. Here, but... And then the... Basically here... Not sure like what the inside... Basically like the... this. And now all these parts also make more sense, I think. I'm coloring this. And then for the here, I guess it's on the outside mostly, and kind of like this. So maybe the whole hand is tight. Maybe that looks bad. Does it look bad? No, of course, like, you don't have to do it exactly like them. Yeah, I think I like it more like this. Maybe this part is white. Oh, fastest ways can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, Zack Rhino, thanks so much. Yeah, Zack Rhino was also in the stream. Like, it's kind of like for me a morning stream or noon stream. Before noon stream, where there's like not a like name for that in English. Yeah. And I streamed it with also like the artist's friends. I think Zack Rhino is also an artist, but he doesn't show his stuff to me. Show me your stuff more. And yeah. So the thing that we did was like the challenge was everyone draws this pose, and it had like a scribble, which I used first, but it's better, I think, if you just use the human, because then you can on your own get details, right? Like, sorry, that's like somewhere some kind of, yeah, this one here. The thing is, I love this reference here, but this one, it makes more sense to reference this than reference this, and that's because like the artist that like made this, he or they already used this as a reference, right? So when you now use this as a reference, you have less detail that you can go off. So it's kind of like iterating with less and less information until you only have a ball left, right? So, for example, like where the vein here goes, or what else is there? That's maybe not on this one here. You cannot see this part here where the muscle splits on this one here. Or like this subtle direction of the muscle fibers, right? You cannot see it here. So if you go from here, you have to like find these yourselves. But if you go from here, you can decide on your own what to take away and what not to take away, right? Or like here, like the I would say the neck muscles, they are here a bit different. Like maybe like you could say like you could split them here, maybe not here. And then like this, is this like, did the artist think here the neck muscle that goes here? Or did they think the, how it's called, Adam's apple or something that is here? It could be both, right? So yeah, just something to keep in mind. It's of course like same with like 3D models and everything, right? That's why like real life references are cool. And of course you don't have to like to take everything from them, right? Okay, I will quickly research. Then we have this one here. This one's a bit different, right? Oh. I mean, like, it doesn't really have to be that dark. It's just like the coloring is interesting, right? So, like, if we took this here. It would be probably something like this, right? Maybe something like this here. Oh, whoops, we have to do it like this. The DLTKT says, like the difference between Western animation to anime, especially the facial expression, as the anime has the best sentences, clearest facial expressions. Yes, I think so too. Like I really like Pokemon, for example, right? Like I think some remembers. Oh look, here it's totally white, right? So here it's basically that the upper arm totally dark. Maybe that's too much dark. And then the lower arm is totally orange. But I think I don't like it that much. I mean, like, I like the upper arm now. Compared to this. Like, I like here. That it splits it up here. But here I don't like it too much. So maybe we can just think that in our fantasy one. Maybe, like this is the biceps, right? It's like here and it's here. And maybe it's just like something like this here. Something like that. And, like we could also like say like that it's like here, but then it's like, maybe we could say that. Okay. Maybe something like this. But yeah, I want to like kind of like learn art with everyone, right? So like everyone who wants to learn art, I'm there. Then Jaiwo Jave says, wait a second, what did Zack mean with how could you? Like liking anime expressions more than Disney ones? Santiago Samesoto, hello, and Roferson also says hi. Pokemon, evil. Oh, because you're a Digimon fan, right? Oh no, I did not betray you. I also love Digimon. But the thing is, when I draw my faces, and I was like on some Discord, and someone asked like, what ones? No, I know. I think like the question was like, if someone draws like anime or like manga style, and I would say I draw like anime or manga style, like at least more than Western, right? It's basically anime manga style, right? It's like more Eastern than Western, or at least more Ghibli than Pokemon. No, more Ghibli than Disney, or maybe more Pokemon than Disney, right? Right. Today's Digimon Day. Is it true or did you just made it up, right? Digimon Day. Oh, and a Rufus says Plan Digimon. Day. It's August 1. Odaiba Memorial. Odaiba. Is that not something in Tokyo? Digital World. It is often treated as a major annual event by Bandai. Also referred to the occasion as Digimon Day. Digimon no Hi. So interesting. Zack Ryder. Oh, Zack Ryder says the same now. Makita Wolf, welcome. I'm good and thanks so much. I'm coloring right now, I bet. Isn't the white too bright? Maybe a bit less bright. Yeah, that's maybe easier on the eyes. But maybe not as much. I think like a bit. This one is also really white, right? White, orange. How to color the orange. So, August 1 makes the official day in 1999 when the original Digidestined first traveled into the Digidestined to be a great artist. Okay. Major celebration, that's nice. Please, everyone have a happy Digi Day. Says, I think you did a pretty good job. Pretty good. Acceptable job at barely acceptable job at bulking the body while keeping the pose of the original. Thanks so much. That's kind of like it was one of the things for the challenge. There are like some things I want to change though, but I think first let's just color it and then like try it some other time. Okay. Maybe something like this is fun. Maybe it's too red. Yeah, this one is more brown, right? So like it's dark. And more yellowy. Rated dark maybe? I think this one also looks good, kind of, right? Without? With. Only half of it. But this is too all red, I think. Maybe it's like this, and then... It's also kind of cool, okay. I like natural colors, even though... The thing is, like, if it's too dark, then you cannot see the lines, right? This is also nice. No such it all almost looks. It's the thing with like thin line art, right? Like you can almost not see anything. I think like gray also can look good. That's also why people in anime draw like black hair blue, right? Or brown. Or sometimes green. But I didn't think like, oh, this character has green hair. It's meant to be black. Maybe something like this. Totally black also looks good. But like then you totally cannot make out anything. Of course, like later we can add shading. Or like we put it as a next step. Maybe a blue like this is good. Yeah, I think that's fun. And then... Believe me, I believe you. Yeah, and yeah, that's a good idea. Happy Pokemon Day. Plan is the Hulk version of Aru. Thanks so much. I don't know if I can draw Gaomon for Digimon Day because it's my favorite. What's your favorite? Who's my favorite? I think Wargreymon and Xvmon. Mostly Wargreymon. Oh, thank you so much for following. One second, can I read your name? No, wait a second. The name stopped. You can, if you like, make a comment and then I can try to read your name. If it's Japanese. If it's Chinese, I can also try to read it. Maybe I will pronounce it wrong, but you can write me the pronunciation anytime. Also, anyone can do. Pseudomon. Yes, I will also draw a Pseudomon for Sacrino sometime again. Kamen Rider Kruger, welcome. DSS. I think I said this before that some people thought that Digimon is a knockoff version Pokemon, but they're wrong. Digimon is an anime of its own. Of course it's an anime of its own, right? And I think it doesn't matter if it's like originated as a knockoff thing, because like Pokemon is also a knockoff of Dragon Quest, right? Like Pokemon is basically like the Dragon Quest enemies, but you can get them in a team and fight with them. And that's like, then you could say like Dragon Quest is a knockoff of D&D or something, or like RPGs, other RPGs that were there before. It's a knockoff of Zelda or something. Both with slimes. Which game or media started with slimes? Like started the slime thing? We can have... I want the eyes to be more colorful, but also light. But how can I do that? Maybe just making a different eye color. Which eye color is good? Then Sakurano says, the origins are different. Pokemon was created as a role-playing game inspired by collecting insects and trading creatures with friends. Digimon began as a digital pet, virtual pet designed as more action-oriented. Tamagotchi, I see, yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance of Tamagotchi and Digimon, right? They are both in like the Digi-Tamagotchi device. Maybe a pink eye? No, that's not a good pink eye. Like this? I mean, it looks funny. I never tried a pink eye. It needs to have some kind of contrast, right? It's like high saturation, high contrast, and then it kind of pops. Raising a single monster, training it, and battling it. This is my opinion. Digimon is like a punk tomboy version of Tamagotchi, but hey, I like it. I like it because like the designs are really like kind of like, while Pokemon definitely has like masculine and feminine Pokemon, I think Digimon really is kind of like hyper masculine or hyper feminine Pokemon, right? Digimon, right? I think that's cool. It's kind of like this, like everyone is like a wrestler or something. Maybe just blue? No. Maybe just a green? It's almost blue. More green. Yeah, I think something like that, right? Because it catches your eye. Shadow. Pokemon Kids, Digimon Adults. You could say that, but then it's like, it's both kind of kids media, which also adults enjoy or something, right? Or at least like, I saw both in primary school. It's also so interesting, I think, with newer generations, right? Because like, both stopped airing in like mainstream television. Okay, I think the nose must be darker now though. Right? Color. Luminosity. Almost doesn't change anything. Maybe brightness? Also just doesn't change anything. Why not? Maybe like this? Oh yeah, like this it changes. So this is too much. Maybe something like that. Then Ty like says, wow, you're getting so good. Thanks so much. Of drawing today, says Santiago Samir Soto. Yeah, please draw something. That's so fun. You see here on the hind legs too that it's kind of brown, right? So we can add some brown here and there. Also like this. So this would be here. The thing is, like, when it's here, it also merges again a bit, right? Do we like that? Like this part here, right? And here it's easy to see. Maybe like just have it on the forelegs, which would be here and here. Or is it weird? Guess it kind of works. Hey. Well, so we can add it here. On the other side, right? Okay. Maybe like add some here, like some floofiness. Something like that. Maybe that's too fake. Yeah, let's just keep it like this for now. There's also like these black things here, which are kind of cool. Kind of here, right? Not sure if we can make it work. If not, we can delete it again. Kind of like there. And there. Do we like that? Not sure. Maybe it makes the pecs look smaller. Or not. I'm gonna not use it. Only like really like faint like this. Yeah, maybe something like this is fine. And delete this one here. Okay. Sharon says it's also one of the only times it's a long while that I can be drawing bare feet. I specifically bare because even socks are an anatomy cheat. Right, exactly. Like for this one I thought like I totally locked in, right? I thought like I have a reference, I have to do this, right? The thing is like I think feet are probably like the most boring thing to draw ever because it's like high difficulty to low payoff, right? Like it's really difficult for a part that basically you almost never see in a comic panel, or like not often see in a comic panel, right? Like I once went through some comic panels and checked like where I can see them, right? And where I cannot see them, and the result was I cannot see them in most panels. So if that kind of works, then it's good. The thing is like here, I tried to make like kind of more like claws, and here it still looks too human, I think. But it's, I think, difficult because like I drew it here. Claws are like this, so like they're really thin, but that means, and this is from the front, but that means from the front they're really hard to read the 3D shape, right? Like because like the human ones are more flat, it's easier to show the shape because in flat things you can easily see the plane of them, right? I think I might have never drawn any feet since I hardly ever study and I usually just jump to the illustration idea. Yeah, that's like showing how much you don't need to draw feet, right? I should make here this line better too. Maybe like this. And maybe like this. But yeah. Get a bit more of this here. I think this detail is also really important. Like this part here. It's not totally straight. And that's always nice. Okay. I think I want to add more like thicker outlines. The thing is like, which brush should I use? Because like, I never could find a brush where the thickness settings was good. Or like the... You know what I mean, right? It's like following the form. Really difficult. But making it too thick I think looks also bad. What do I do? Yeah, that's too thick, right? Then there's like things where like they draw like multiple times over something. But this is much too thick right now. Maybe like this. Not good. What else can I try? G-pen. G-pen. Something like this. This is too thick, right? I like thin liner. Not good like that, not good. We will just go straight to the shading, I think. I like how I did it here once again. We can look it up. And this one, right? I liked it there. It's really pixely though. I kind of like drew over it multiple times. So maybe that's the way to go. Drawing over it multiple times. Drawing over it. But then not even follow the line. Yes. It was really close though, right? And here. it kind of works. Feel like a pro artist. Or maybe not. This better. Kind of like everything 2 times. Does this work? I need to like this. I'm just experimenting here. But it's so difficult. Not the most intuitive thing. And the other thing is like, do I like it? Oh, Aaron, Artist Nook, gift of $5. Thank you so much. For you, Blan. Good luck and have a good stream. Thanks so much. That means so much to me. I'm honored. I want to honor you. Also, I didn't draw a tail. Maybe you can draw a tail or something. Yeah, thank you so much. It's not to me, and Serenip says, I think you can convey the shape with the right shading. It's kind of its own challenge to trust the process and draw something knowing it's not gonna look good until late. True. Like the shading does the most things, right? But I still like thought like maybe I can do a good outline too. It doesn't matter much though. Like with it's just flat colors. Is this even like full? Outline. I think I don't even worry about it like that the flat color doesn't look too good because it's like I always add shading anyways, right? Even if it's just subtle. So let's add some shadow in pink. Maybe this kind of pink shadow. And we can look close the reference. Then it's also like, oh yeah, our shading is nice. Right? So let's see. Shading. What I like about the reference here is that like the top part is shaded too, right? But it's a fun lighting thingy here. So we can totally also do that here. Because that's like a kind of like shading direction we did not often do, right? Here everything is dark. Also, right now in Japan, there's Osaka Fun Fiesta. No, Osaka Furry Fun Festa. I think. It's a furry convention in Osaka. Which I could not attend because I'm not in Osaka right now. But I hope everyone is having great fun. Probably really hot right now though, right? But he's also really hot right now. I could make this arm here a bit thicker, but I can figure that out later. Right now it's just like kind of like basking in the happiness of enjoying that we came quite far with this, right? I think is important too. Okay. I can even do it like this. Can even do it even more. The fun is with like when I color it like this, it's always like, oh yeah, it looks too much, and then I pull it down and then it's good. Or even like less like this or something, right? But if I like do it like this, it looks just funny. Kind of like dark on this dark color, light color here. Like this. And I'm using the lasso tool again, but it's like just like so fun to use. It's totally fine. Totally worth it for me, the difficulty versus fun value. Okay. Is it too far back? Maybe all of these things are dark. Just like in the reference. Yeah, maybe that's fun. It's back. It's like this. Not too bad, I think. Also like edit here. Maybe here it's too much, right? Leave it like this for now. And here. Here. Okay. Oh, this could be like maybe like on top of the rim of this. Then probably all dark. Maybe not. The rim light will work better. Here too. Nice. Where else? All here. Maybe not totally on the bottom here. This thing here, we need different color. Yeah. Definitely happy about this study. Even if it's a like really daunting pose, right? But I think now with the shading too, it's all adding a bit to it. And it's also kind of cool, I think, to like not shy away from a difficult reference. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll quickly get some water. Oh, also, just a wolf, welcome. Again, like everyone's artist nook, thanks so much. And great if you're also an artist. Seven says, furries may feel niche, but there's basically a con happening every week. Right, totally right. And it's like a niche that has a lot of conventions and like stuff behind it, right? So I'm happy that I'm like to draw furries and not like what else? Goo creatures? I guess goo creatures are also really really popular, so I could draw them too. I'll be right back, I'll get some water. So I'm back. I think we can also experiment a bit with the shading on the bottom of the pack, because we have to keep in mind we have a bit more packed mass, right? It could also affect the shading maybe. And 7 there. Pack ones, I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, I also have 10. I have packs. And tomorrow we'll have chest day. Today I did not have chest day because like we have like a heat wave in Europe. So it's better to be safe. And also like yesterday I had like workout. So better one more rest day than one too little, right? If you like, yeah, this is too straight now, I think. If you are not rested, then your workout is not as good, right? Maybe workout after streaming. Yes. Nice. Yeah, for me, I totally feel it today. That I like need a break, kind of. So that's good. But it's good to know, right? And listening to your body and stuff. Let's think here. This part here. Is this like the brachialis, or like at least like I mean for it to be the brachialis? Then this is meant to be the triceps lateral head. This is the triceps long head. So maybe I can add like this. even like if this would make more sense, maybe with this it reads more as the triceps. And if not, then we can just like make it work with the... We will have it here, right? But if that doesn't work... Yeah, I think like I like it more like this, right? Because then it shows more like the size. Or like... Then it's not this like fake lighting. And... What I like on the reference is that the bounce light is relatively strong, right? Like you can see here. Maybe because it's like a studio thing and everything is extremely white. That's why the bounce lighting is strong. But that means we can add glow. You can technically also like do it like this, right? But that often looks like totally fake. But don't like to use the spray paint. Something like that. But I don't like it. So let's do it first harsh and then we can blend the line, the shapes. Then it's maybe easier. So if here... Don't want to confuse myself. Can we make it somehow a bit making more sense? So we have this here. Got this weird here, right? Maybe even like this. We can like this here. Something like that makes sense, I think. Oh, like once I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just welcome. And biceps flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My biceps are sore, that's nice. Nice biceps soreness there. Okay. Maybe even like this. Yeah, I can totally like add like these things, right? To the line art. I think it's so fun. Maybe even here. Yeah, this is more like this, right? Like, yeah. We have like the... This is the triceps tendon here. Maybe even more here. This is meant to be the long head of the triceps. And it connects well here to the brachioradialis. This one I will delete here. And here, sometimes there, I think you can smoosh it a bit here. Right? Kind of makes this triangle shapey thing. Maybe even bigger. Yeah, works really nice. Here. Like that. Can like hit this part here. Biceps tendon, right? Also shaded here. Yeah, now it makes more sense, I think. So we can hear that we have like more figured out anatomy. Like this. But there's too much shadow, right? Maybe we will still keep it like this. Yes, I also have a YouTube channel. Thanks so much, Surrender, for saying that. Yeah, what I can do here, doing this like subtle, like this thing here, right? And sometimes I like draw it like this. It's also not bad, I think. Need to like later separate these things too. But yeah, I know that like here, there's like the torso is too big, kind of, right? Like here, I should probably make it less here because like the arm is just too big. So this is like almost down. And here. Yeah. Can do that with the coloring quick to see it. Like what if we have less of this showing? Would it make more sense? A bit, right? You see less back, right? But basically because of this part here. Maybe here it's still with back. It looks so unbalanced then. torso is totally too wide, right? It's maybe still fine, but here the torso is totally too wide. Thank you, Laura, welcome. Something like this. This is a bit better. Look, his right shoulder looks a bit off compared to the left one. It's asymmetry in the sense of how high and low each shoulder is. Let's see. This one or this one? This one here? This one here? Because they're too straight, right? So here, this one is a bit higher. So you would say this one is higher? Should be higher? Like... something like that. One Skull with Court, welcome. Hey Plan, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. Thanks so much for the donation. Thanks so much, Skull with Court. So you're supporting me so much. It's a little something for you. It really shows how much you learn on the drawing. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm learning so much. And also being encouraged so much. Yeah, thanks so much for the donation. Yeah, maybe something like this is better, right? Like mine is too straight. This subtle downwards curve. Yeah, thanks so much, Skull of course. This was also like multiple times that you donated, right? So yeah, thanks so much. Means a lot to me. Yeah. So generous. I hope I can perform well for you, all you. Much better, yes. Thanks so much. Scale it up a bit for now. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, thanks so much. It's also something like maybe like you notice when you like come back to the drawing the next day or something, right? I still feel like the lines are kind of like almost invisible. So it probably just needs a bit thicker lines or something. Shading. Then yeah, I also what I also see here now is basically like the this thing here. It's kind of cut off, right? Like it should probably be more like up here. Maybe something like that. Where did these things go? So weird. Ah, I know what's the problem. I think I had like something like this here. Oops, not like that. I don't want to change the color. I want to... change this here. Yeah, Bernese Mountain Furry dog looks really wonderful in advance. Yeah, that's really skilled plan. Thanks so much. Yeah, the like face is kind of like different kind of animals smushed together. Maybe like I can like change the ear to Bernese Mountain Dog. Yeah, that's really skilled. Thanks so much. The thing is like I practice a lot, right? So like sometimes between days it's hard to see if I'm improving, also between months. But I hope I'm improving. And I definitely am improving, right? Just want to do my best and then tackle the commissions and also oh right, that's something that I wanted to talk about. So right now there's like Osaka furry event, right? But also like should we add more lag here? Basically like it should be maybe like this, right? Maybe at least something like this. So there's like the one in Osaka right now, and afterwards in September, like maybe there are also like other furry conventions in Japan between it. Afterwards there will be Chemocat September again, like the main Chemocat where I never attended, which is good though because like that's the like hotter one, right? So probably when everyone is like totally getting a heat stroke there, but I hope not, and also everyone drink enough, and also I think I liked it more. Like this would make more sense, but we need more volume on the leg, right? Like no matter what, we need more volume. Even if like the pose is a bit less strong now, we have strong legs, which we need to move the body. We can even keep it like this. No, you don't really see much. I like this subtle curve here too. So maybe we can add this here. Like what the curve means here, I think, is it's where like the outer leg is kind of connected to the torso. So it's kind of like how it's called TFL. How is this called? Tensor fasciae latae muscle. TFL. Do I sound like a chiropractor? Or like, how is the thing that's like more like real science? Anyways. Only travel costs weren't so exorbitant, right? Right. That would be great, right? Maybe from this angle we can like add a tail that goes here to show the form again. But how does the tail of a Bernese mountain dog look? Okay, there's no tail here. I can just add it quickly to see if it works easily. Tail. I thought about something like this, right? It's like on the ground, kind of. But maybe that looks too fake. Maybe something for later. I like the fingers here, yeah. The fingers will also be more readable with shading, right? That's something I noticed here, even with just coloring. Like it's more like also with the paw pads, right? But basically the fact that there are two different things here, colorings here, makes it much more readable. Let's see. Basically, this part here. But I kind of like two different shadings. Something like that. I like the rim here, right? It totally shows the farm. Okay. That's working nicely. What do we want with the other one? We definitely need like ambient occlusion shadows here, which also will make the thing again more readable, right? Because if we don't have strong lines, then the ambient occlusion does a lot of the heavy lifting. Or something. I'm a bit tired. This is my second stream today. Okay. But good rest day, I hope. Bit hard to say here where I should make the shadow line. But it's not just a strong shadow as this, right? So maybe even only here. Put a shadow here. On the right side of every. And for the knuckle. And of course around a bit. And here's big. And here's big too. Oops. Let's see this big and then around. Oops. And of this S thing here, so that this knuckle here is still kind of light. You can also try to shade all of them, but I think that's... Oh, maybe I'll do like that though, right? Like this kind of... It's a bit more dramatic than this in the pose, in the real life pose, but I think it's kind of nice. Kind of satisfying. Just the plane nicely. And then here, like all those here. Here on the side. It's so fun to do. It's really satisfying to do. I love this part of a drawing. This here is kind of more faint. Oh, and here too. Yeah, I really need to do the ambient occlusion now, I think. Here. Maybe like this. I also want to add like shading here, but it's like basically where the light hits, right? Maybe just between the eyes. Kalov Kurt says, oh, sorry, that took a bit for me to read. I like his expression on his face. Thanks so much. I think with faces, sometimes I struggle with it, but what worked today was basically, I think, by just doing so many hands that are difficult foreshortened, it feels almost easier to draw the head because it's also foreshortened. So maybe I should just draw more hands, and by that I get more of these like foreshortening skills, kind of subconsciously, which I'm really bad at normally, right? Like, this is something that took the longest time for me. Foreshortening skills. I guess, like, this is really light here, right? But it also means that I could, like, technically also, like, make all of this really shaded. Maybe I liked it more, right? Like, here it looks kind of flat. Here it looks like it's maybe a bit more jumping towards you. Okay. And yeah, let's play a bit around with the what's called again? The light. Yeah, that's nice. It's always so fun to do too, right? Like here we can make the shadow areas have more kind of geometry. It's nice. Also on the light areas. Don't want it to be totally the same color. Maybe I can make it more green. Can try to make it orange. Yeah, orange is maybe nice too. Do we like it orange or blue? Can change it all the time. Maybe we can also like show this here, right? Like this part here. This here. It's in the original too. Basically just the rim light, not rim light, bounce light. And here too. Even here I think I can add it. Look, we can even like add it on the beans. Not too annoying. It's really subtle though. Kieran Lauer says, working with so many monochrome shadows and muscles on the arm seems really difficult. It takes a lot of skill to draw them so well. Thanks so much. Monochrome shadows. I think, like, you mean with monochrome shadows just like shadow or not shadow, right? But I think for me that's actually easier than having like painterly shadows, right? Because for painterly you have to think like which breaking points of the shadow are hard and which are soft, right? And here you can just think like, yeah, they're just there. Dear Tickety says, as a beginner artist, shadowing is the most difficult part when it comes to sketching. Maybe for some, but for me, definitely not. Like, learning shading takes like like the basics of shading takes like 10 minutes, I think, or like learning the basics. And then you can do a lot, right? Maybe that's just because like I naturally gravitated a lot with it, right? But basically with shading, right? Shading. Whoops. Annoyingly, right? This is better, right? Okay. So you have like a ball, right? Totally a ball. And then there's the light. And then for the shadow, I just do this. I think the light hits here. The shadow is just like this or something. And then it looks instantly good. You cannot even flip it, and then it also already looks shaded. And this is basically what I'm doing here, right? And then you only need to know like the information for the muscles. And it doesn't even have to be perfect, but it is a lot. Okay. What do we continue with here? I wanted to have the ambient occlusion, right? So I can also add these things to the other side. But most important is this side at the moment. It's still something that I need to practice. Alien shadows in the other sides of direction, left, right, down. Always keep practicing when it comes to art sketches. Exactly. How would it look if we like shade the whole underside? Is good or not? Oh, I don't like it that much. Let's do the ambient occlusion. Beautiful strengths and weaknesses is all a matter of practicing and learning. Yes, exactly. Okay, let's see. So ambient occlusion is everywhere where things smoosh between. So here, for example, you can see it on the reference too, right? Like where there's like really like no color at all. Maybe just a bit too much here. And here too. And here. And up here. Really satisfying to do, I think. Here. Of showing the form or something. Don't want it to look like body hair though. Human occlusion. So fun. Maybe here. Like when it gets kind of like geometric a bit. I think that's nice. Then down there too. And here on the triceps, you couldn't see it here, but I like to add it extremely much on the triceps, kind of like carving out the triceps insertions. It's always a good time. Not be too uniform though. Something like that, right? Even if it's in the shadow, I think it's fun to do. And it adds like a bit like geometricness to it. I think this is meant to be shadows and not arbitrary. I want this here. Like I can also like it like. Maybe it's a bit too thick though. Why is this so? Why is this so pixely? Okay. On the hands, it's also really fun. You never know when you're making creative additions, right? I could add some armpit fluff, but it would be kind of smooshed, right? So maybe like in other angles, where like the arm is more open, it would show more. See here for the hands. I like here a tiny bit of like the wrinkles here. Because like we have like a bit more fur, so maybe you see it a bit less. This is kind of like ambient occlusion like this, where it like connects two things. It's when one thing is standing on another. It's kind of like how you have like on the underside of a glass, right? When the glass is on the table. And it's kind of like that. So it makes the things look less floating. Like this. Here. Already drew it before, but maybe even a bit more. Here too. Just like this weird like here. Nice. I'm a little confused about the parts. Which is that white part on top of the foot? The paw or palm? This is meant to be the palm, and this is the foot. This is meant to be the side of the side here of the finger. Maybe it's a bit too much white. Because this is the last finger, right? So like maybe it should be more like this kind of thing. Maybe this makes more sense. Like when like a part of it's still like white here. Okay. Maybe like this. Okay. I'm also getting a bit tired. I will quickly get some more water. I'll be right back. So I'm back. I think I also like worked on this kind of like I started this like in the morning, right? So I worked on this like really long for today, relatively. I probably like will notice a lot of things with a set of fresh eyes, right? Like for example, like I just drank something, and when I'm back, I instantly notice here. It's kind of weird how here on the side triceps, it doesn't have any shading at the end. So I think like something like this is better. And it makes a bit more sense. Otherwise, like this part here reads a bit weirdly. Okay. But yeah, things like this. I will continue this sometime. But now, just for like ending the stream, I will just draw more faces, probably practice more faces. And I will also probably not stream too long because I streamed before too. But I think our progress is really nice. Yes, I need more hydration. True, true. And this thing here is also, I think, too... needs more like fluff here, I think. You can also like add more fluff and fun things later. But like here, something, right? At least like some kind of texture to break up this giant space. And we can also, of course, like always like then later add things like this, right? Just always fun. But yeah, I'm really happy with it as of now, and even here. No, not like this. Maybe something like that. Then Andy Masterson says, "Love your artwork and style, bro. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me." Yeah, I'm also really happy that like this here worked because like I've never drawn feet, but of course like it's like heavily referenced, right? But still, I want to learn a lot from you. Thanks so much. It means a lot to me. I want to improve much too, and if you have any question, you can always write here in the chat, and I can tell you how I think about it and stuff, right? So we already did this in my masterclass. My masterclass of shading. I need to get better at shading too though. But I think still shading is like one of those things that like I did not even spend so much time on and I'm really happy with, right? Like even here, like I think like just with shading, I mean shading is kind of like painting, but I added a lot of logic to it, which makes it read better. So it's kind of a bit cheating. But the sketch part and getting the pose right is a difficult part for me, so when you are struggling with something, it's definitely good to like enjoy it as much as you can and rewarding yourself. And rewarding for myself is like also like this shading, right? I see also here, maybe we can separate this a bit more with more shading. Okay. I think also shading is kind of it's kind of like makes you recharge from the more menial, like not even menial. It's still like shading is kind of a menial task, right? Like where you don't have to think too much. I mean, you have to think, but I think it lets you relax a bit from the other things. Where you like extremely calculate in your head things of drawing. Something like this here. Yeah, I will leave this for now. Let's just do some like head studies. Oops, that's already right. Let's see. Studies. Maybe I can draw like every animal that exists as a furry. That's two. This was so difficult, this part. Snail. No, not a snail. I won't draw amoeba sonas or snails. Then Kieran Lara says, by the way, Blan, I saw you were going to make a small comic soon. What will it be about? I'm not sure, but maybe like it can be like something like gym themed or something. Because that's what I have much experience in. I guess like gym is like the most social context that I'm day to day. So maybe like a short and sweet gym slice of life story. Yeah, I still want to like find like ideas for that. So maybe I'll have a few streams where I just like fill pages with ideas for that. Serendip says, if Blan went on an adventure. I wonder if it would turn out bizarre. Oh, because children, right? I am. What would be my children name? Johann. What is the German thing with you at the start? I'm not sure. Then who also did this in another. Look, this is the Blahai. This was another thing of the like so where did it with like Cedric and Haku, where it's like you draw a totally difficult pose. Why are they always like choosing difficult poses? But yeah, this is what it is right now. And there are some hand practices I did. I'll also finish this sometime maybe. Maybe I'll add like even more pillows behind him. Like I thought like he's like kind of like relaxing or something. Yeah, something like that. It's a bit of a different pose. But yeah, it's definitely difficult poses, right? Yes. Big fluffy guys lunging around. Yeah, exactly. Because I thought like kind of like it's like the big dogs who are also just sitting there or something, right? So yeah, I'm also really happy with this kind of face, right? I think the muscle randomly worked here and here. So maybe my real life practices, which I'm also making multiple pages a day, except today because I streamed so much, are also paying off. And my hand practices. It's never wasted time, I think, if you practice something. I think. Maybe some practices I made were not really useful, but like, it's hard to say, right? Kieran Lara says, the struggles of being a barra antro in a regular sized gym could be fun. Yeah, something like that, right? That would be fun. Yeah, that sounds great. I will screenshot that. Will I screenshot your comment? And then it's like, oh, these weights, they are so light. Yeah, I can also show you like, I tried this here. Ta-da! I did this in real life yesterday. It's really like kind of Kinnikuman like, and I just like made it up that it's like Wolf from Star Fox. Yes, he goes to lift, lifts the intervention machine. Was easy, exactly. Yeah, I'm also having fun with like this kind of like hatching style of like making the outline of the hatching, right? But yeah, I like how thin the tank top is here, because it's again something, right? 1 year ago, I would have drawn this totally like this, right? But the thing is, what I know now is that you have this thing here, and if you turn it, then it looks like this, right? And this is something that's really hard to wrap my head around, but that's basically with foreshortening, right? So by drawing fingers, I think my understanding of this gets better. Also, I'm really happy, like I really kind of, I think the proportions of the heads are nice here, like the angles and stuff. That this is kind of like one thing here, and that this is kind of like going like a bit up, but not too much, and here a bit diagonal, but not too much, and this thing here, and not too small forehead. The shirt strip is holding for its life. Yes. It was like an addition afterwards, so that's why it's really. And Matthias says, Plan, I saw one of your artworks blow up on Twitter. You're improving so fast. Yes, that was the Okio Kamui drawing, and I also reposted it 3 times. But yeah, it totally blew up naturally. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm really happy that it's like many people like it, right? It means I'm improving, I think. Then Nathan Lopez says, Konbanwa. Welcome. This is it was first like just like a random like K9, but then I thought it could be Wolf from Star Fox, and then I wrote, can't let you do that, Star Fox. Also, I totally like did not like write it with a D and misspelled it and then fixed it. That's totally not true. I'm a genius in the English language. And Santiago Samir Soto, welcome. But yeah. I also want to do a few real life practices too. But for now, let's do more heads. So I think what I learned from this here is that basically we have this here and this can be a bit and then going kind of up. It can go even up like this or like this, but even like, I think like this could also work, right? And then the forehead is also kind of big, right? Then the eye, making the eye relatively really more down than I would think. And also here, I tried this, right? Where it's like this kind of. And then I kind of like make it more like this. And the eye is in the front, which is also weird for me. And this is because of the cheek. So like the cheek makes this go up more. Not sure which eyebrow I should give him. But yeah, there's like a lot of like tiny nuances that I learned, right? Or like noticed or saw other people do. Would here be? Maybe something like this time. Something like that. And then the nose. It's a bit too much up. Maybe. You can play around with this kind of space, right? Nice ear in one try too. Yes, I'm totally getting like more confident with those things, right? Give him like some kind of hairdo. And not making the back of the head too small. And then you can play around with this, right? Like he could have. No, he probably couldn't have this big mouth. And local mechanic, welcome. Where's his boyfriend Wolf? Yes. And also, local mechanic, thanks so much for always supporting me on Patreon. And I can like make it like this. I can make it like this. No, probably not. But like a tiny bit, right? A tiny lip. Or maybe not a tiny lip. This is relatively a big muscle already, right? Even like something funny like that. Maybe even like smaller. Maybe he's a punk. Maybe even like this. Yeah, I like to think that like have a lot of options, right? Like this, he looks kind of sad. If I only have this. This looks kind of angry. So that's it. I didn't think I'd live to hear plants say Ankh. What does Ankh mean? Did I say that? The Yaoichin is this? Maybe. I'm not sure what is the Yaoichin. This? Not sure. Like when it goes back though, like this here, right? How have I been? I've been good. It was really hot here, but I just got workout yesterday and I had a fun streaming test with like co-streaming in the morning. Don't upset. It sounded like you said Ankh. Maybe I misheard. It's short for uncle and slang for someone being old. Oh, that's so fun. I think it's a kind of like too hip word for me to use. So that's why I have not used it. Ankh. What was the context where I used it? Or like where it sounded like I used it? Maybe it's like a bit of a stubble. Turnip says, you being a year older than me means I get to call you an Ankh. I would be a gay uncle that gives great presents or something. I'm not sure. I think that's kind of like a stereotype. I think it just means uncle, but like in like casual slang word. I'm always never sure, like I always want to make the top muzzle, like top of the mouth, bigger than the bottom of the mouth. But I'm never totally sure like the what I want to go for, right? If we like scale this down, we like it more. Like this is probably too much, too little, right? This is probably fine already. But this is also fine. And if it's too much, it also looks bad, right? Let's try to make it too much. Oops, it read it too. It's Funny how the chin jaw conveys buffness despite being unrelated, right? Maybe it's because they have to eat much. But it's also like character language, right? Like when a person looks like a reverse triangle. So let's see. Like this is too much, right? Then it's also like it doesn't make this nice shape anymore. Maybe like if it's like this here, then it's better. Then it's still it looks like kind of a goofy character. Maybe it can be a bit more like this. Yeah, I think that's nice, right? When it like creates this thingy here. Whoops. Never drawn this. Does it work? I've never drawn this, but I saw it like, I think Haku, I saw it drawing this. Maybe it just looks like a Rigby from regular show now. Lanvan isn't old as far as I know. Yeah, but like old is relative, right? It's like basically like when you're 20 years old, then you feel old and have a 20-year-old life crisis. And then when you're 25 years old, you have the same again. Ancient. I'm ancient. I grew up with anime in the West, which means, yeah, definitely ancient because it's not a thing anymore. Did I miss? Not much. Are you projecting? Maybe. Maybe Serendip is projecting? Like, I'm not sure. Why are we calling people Ankh? I'm not sure. I think like Serendip just like misheard me say something, but I'm not even sure what I said. That could look like Ankh. It could sound like Ankh. Do we like this null or do we not like it? And also like try to draw the lip more, right? At least like I'm branching out, right? It's like the first time I'm drawing like a snarl, even like if that would be like a totally like thing that kimono characters would totally often do, right? Does it work or does it not work? I'm not sure. It sounds like uncle, more like old. Not sure if type of the term. Oh, and Kuturo-san. Hello. We're trying to draw teeth. I'm trying to draw my best. Or to do my best. It's mildly successful. We need like the lower part too. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Maybe it's even too much. if he's doing that, he needs to do this too, right? Like this kind of thing. Just have to look through the direction, right? Maybe like this? Now it looks kind of scary. I don't like it. What is he looking at? No dogs allowed. Sorry. The self serve is broken. Something like that. It is two. Oops, not that. Which other expression could we try here? Maybe a surprised expression. Oops. Merge these two for now. Oops, not this one. Now we can merge these two. Remove this line. It's good. Also, we can make it much more fluffy. Maybe something like this, right? It needs to be really fluffy. Like he reads this. Oh, I think like when I'm getting like really good at face expressions, it will be totally good for a comic, right? Like, look, it's almost a comic already. Like he reads this, and then it's like, no. The soft serve machine is broken. How can I get my daily dose of sweetened soft serve ice cream now? Right? Totally works. I just need to keep in mind that I don't make him like look too angry. Like he should always be funny, right? Wait, how old is Blan? Hello, I'm 28 now. So yeah, so basically, that means I started my furry YouTube channel like 5 or 6 years ago, right? Like 6 years ago. So that means I started it when I was 22. Like end of 2019, so like maybe when I was 21. Which is interesting, right? Wrinkles for the snout makes sense. Wrinkles. Ah, that's a good idea. Nice. Nice. Nice idea. You mean like the wrinkles that the mouth makes, right? Like this kind of? But I probably just like to reference this. Yeah, I should reference this more. So yeah, that's interesting, right? Like when I was like 22, 21, I mean like even when I was 24, I did not draw at all, right? So I would say I'm one of those people that relatively late began drawing, but it doesn't matter at all. Because it's like, you can draw, like learn drawing anytime. The upper teeth are way too low. That's also a great idea. Let's see. Can I like merge these things quickly? I think I can. No, I didn't merge them. This one here. Oh, that's animals too. Yeah, never drew like a snarl, so like, thanks for like these tips, because that's great. Maybe just like this? No! Maybe just like this? This working? I'm not sure. It was kind of tacked on, right? Like maybe it needs to be even farther back here. Maybe even farther back like this. But I can totally learn that sometime. But it like even start doing that, right? That's too far back, I think. Maybe just make it bigger. Maybe more like a line like this. Difficult. And it says, yeah, your faces have been so good all around lately. Thanks so much. I mean, like, I practiced it. Ah, you're still pretty young. Yeah, thanks so much. It's like kind of like, how did you say it? Like, I'm always like thinking like I'm not really like worrying about it, right? But like some people were already established furry artists before I even joined in the furry community at the same age, right? So basically, I don't worry about it too much. Is this better now? Maybe. Yeah, how it looked before. Oops, there's nothing in there. Okay, doesn't matter. Can I like do like a really quick hand that looks extremely great just to like finish this off? I'm not sure. Maybe I can. This angle. This. This must be more like this, right? Wait, how would I hold it? How would I hold it in this case? Maybe like this? But then you don't see the great hand that I wanted to draw. It's probably like the wrong angle for this. Yeah, that's the wrong angle, but it doesn't matter for now. Oops, it's all in the same layer. Reference here to like which kind of angle to pick. Can I draw you? Of course, everyone can draw me. I should focus only on the edges of the mouth for the wrinkles, like regular humans. Maybe on the snout, like dogs when showing teeth. Yes. Like this. But yeah, I will totally like figure this out sometime. That was a weird angle. Oops, it's the wrong layer again. Where's this layer here? Can I draw on you? Sure. I'm a blank canvas. It looks better without the hand. Okay. You know what? That looks good enough. I don't want it to look good enough. I want it to look extremely impressive. Maybe the jaw needs to be worked on to capture the more angry impression. Yeah, I will totally try that sometime. Now it's finished. Maybe more straight. Even. No, this is not straight at all. Okay. Concentrate plan. You can do this. Maybe something like this is fun. Right? I think it's totally working nicely. Blank canvas, yes. A kind of difficult pose to think. Is behind? It's behind us. This is directed on our side? No. See it from the side, so we only see... Oh, this is so difficult. Like, we only see it from the side. In this angle. So everything we only see from the side. Looks like this. And then be like this. Let me see it from the side. And this one is almost like hidden. This is difficult. Oh no, it's the other way around. It's like this kind of. It's like 1, 2, 3. Then there's like one like this. And then there's one. This is so difficult, but like I think like I'm getting really much better at just drawing like 50 hands every day. Okay. this, then it's like this, then again like this, and then we have like this like giant shape like this. Okay, not quite, but like you get what I want to do, right? Kind of ish. And this needs something like this, and then I hold the paper here. Okay. No, it's all on the same layer. Does that work? But then it's like... It was my left hand. Yeah, I referenced in real life my left hand. So that's exactly the opposite now. Maybe we can just... Edit, transform... Horizontal. Awesome. All the puns is nice. Every copy of plan is personalized. Yes. What does the P stand for? Right. So like my idea with the P was basically like that it's like a joke second name because I never had a second name. Where it's like you can just make up what it means. So on my doctor certificate I have blunt Paracelsus woofer because that's like a doctor thing. But yeah, blunt perspective woofer, definitely. Or blunt pex woofer. Okay. Look, it totally works now, right? Yes. So I thought like, how would the perspective, like how would the finger look in, like I did not think like it, I just like posed it myself and turned my finger. I cannot think about it. But then I made it and now it's good. I'm so happy now. Okay, how do we here? I'm having so much fun. Like, this is probably why like the pro artists draw like the whole day. Because they just have like a lot of like success parts, right? Or maybe like they also struggle. Like, I hear from a lot of like pro artists that they struggle a lot, but then it's like... Maybe like this? But then it's like they also get much more right. So that means they get more done, right? But the thing where they're like kind of like pro manga artists saying like you have to finish a page a week, where then people say like, no, that's like too much. But then it's like there are people that finish 10 pages a day and have an easy time with that. Or like they still work hard, but like the workflow gets faster. I like to imagine they take up the whole space in the elevator. That's exactly the thing that I'm going for. Okay, back bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We have this, we have this. This is also, again, like multiple layers, right? This is like the only problem with me using multiple layers. That I don't name them, but I saw that like many artists do the same, so that's fine. What is this thing here? I have no idea. There's some rogue line here. Not sure what it means. Yeah, and for this one, we just need to like get the spacing right? Maybe he holds it close to him. Maybe he holds it relatively far to him. Maybe he holds it extremely far, but it's like kind of like this pose depends on where the finger goes, where the hand goes. And maybe we can even like make the... And there's like this like tiny bump here. Make this like extremely big. Yes. And here I'm never sure like where like all these like flexors go, right? Like I'm not really sure, and those it's like too random. I can like look this up more. This is a bit unrealistic here. Maybe this is foreshortened more, but then you don't see even that much of this part, right? But this is probably more foreshortened, right? Maybe even like this? No. But maybe at least like this. Okay. You are gay. How did they know? Okay. Lan, be honest. Are we funny? Yes. And being silly, yes. And I love that. I think I'm also always silly. Driving Dreamer says, whenever you say something about Plan, I don't know if you're actually stating something he has been told or you're just being silly. Yeah, Serendip is totally silly, so don't listen to him too much. Serendip says, he actually has to take the stairs because the elevator won't start with him in maximum weight. Blunt professional artist woofer. Blunt professional artist woofer. Yes. Oh, the soft serve is broken. Yeah, it's totally like he's like a plan for like coupons to get soft serve for free, right? And then he like just like clicks on the button and then he waits like 10 minutes until it's totally empty and then he eats it all. Yeah. I will write this down. I will just write this down in text so I don't forget it. Yes, refill soft serve coupon. So he presses on the ice cream machine and holds for 10 minutes until the whole content is in giant tub or salad bowl or fruit punch bowl. He brought from home for this occasion. One day, the machine is not refilled. But I'm really having fun with the like muzzle shape, right? Even though, of course, it's like a side profile, so it's easier. Like side profile is probably the easiest, right? Or maybe front profile, and then 3/4 is more difficult. Put his mouth directly on the dispenser. Yes. You like our puns? Yes. But yeah, I think for now I should probably get some food. But we did a lot today, right? So I'm really happy. We did this here. Ta-da! Really like close reference from real life. Of course, we added the occasional pound. As a flex, I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we added the occasional pound, which is still fine. And this one here, which I'm also really happy about. I will research this more. Research. Snarl anatomy. More. Like, kind of like jaw. Teeth height. And wrinkles. And lip. And we did this. He's doing his best, right? He's doing his best. I'm really happy with the hand too, right? Like, it can be better, but the idea that he's doing is right, and it's kind of, how it's called, foreshortened, right? Yes. I'm not Indonesian, but interesting guess, I guess. How did you think I'm Indonesian? But it was very productive and fun. I agree. Had a great time in chat. Yes. And productive. I'm not Indonesian, but I'm also not American. Okay. I will check who to rate now. You can always guess my nationality in the chat. I also on YouTube have a video about it. And I'll rate Delos, who is doing line art. I'm also not American. I can give you a hint. It's a European country, but can explain it the next day. The next time. I'm also not Chinese. I will rate Delos now. Of course, only if you can join him. And thanks so much for being there with me, and it was really fun. Yes, get the feeling is somewhere at least on planet Earth. I'm good at this, I'm close. I'm not Korean, but my hint was I'm in Europe. Or I'm European. I can give you another hint. Guten Tag. Anyways, I really need food now, so let's continue this guessing game some other time. And here's again the funny arts we did. Yay. Want to like maybe add more chest shading mask or something. Anyways, see you all. Bye bye. Bye bye. And thanks so much for being there, everyone. I really appreciate it because it helps me concentrate. And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Bye bye. That was really close. 1 second.